What it is, what is up, what is good, gamers? This is Shownuff 71, a.k.a. Diggadulamite.
Purple bling bling, y'all, for the last time this year, y'all.
And your auditory canals are tuned into episode 296 of the Gaming Vessels podcast. And as usual, I'm not in the digital studio alone. Along with me, got my partners in crime. First on deck, we got Dez, a.k.a. the Bay Area Terror, a.k.a. the High Res Hater.
That's me.
Or High Res Lover, I'm sorry.
That's
a.k.a.
both.
the Cat, a.k.a. the Cat Daddy, a.k.a. That Gamer Stepdaddy. What's going on, man?
Hey, not much. Just happy to be talking to all of you fantastic people. As Joe alluded to earlier, this will be our last show for the year. But when we come back, we're going to be doing our end of the year wrap up. And rolling credits wrap up. So you got some time. This goes until January 1st. December 31st at midnight is 11:59. And then it's done. And then we will announce the winner on our next episode. So if you got some games out there you're trying to beat or haven't beat yet, please do that, because we want to be able to give you something for going out there and playing games and sharing that love of games with us. So please do that. Let us know. It looks like John BT and Goonie are kind of neck and neck, because they keep beating games left and right. So, yeah.
This is in there too as well. So
yes, Chase is in there definitely too. So
yeah.
So we'll definitely see. But other than that, I've been doing great.
Of course, our show is a no-go without Trader Joe, a.k.a. Jabroni Chief.
Yeah.
But you might also know him as the Food Max of Gaming, who can maximize your gaming dollar. How's it going, man?
It's a mixed bag, sir. It's a mixed bag. We didn't record a show last week because my dog was sick, and I had to put my dog down on Wednesday. So it's just like I've been just kind of, kind of thing with Christmas and everything coming around. I did kind of do a little retail therapy last couple of days because I was doing a lot of trades at GameStop. On that dumb trade anything day where you got to trade anything, like, if you want to donate a kidney or, a piece of wood or whatever, there was a code on the bottom of that receipt that you got that gave you an extra 20%. So, and actually gave you an extra 20% on accessories. So I was like digging through my boxes, grabbing these like PS2, PS3, crappy like Power A, Mad Cats, whatever controllers I might have had in the past. I just brought all that crap down and traded that stuff in, traded a couple other things in, and got enough money to get a new DualSense Edge, and I got a PlayStation Portal. I got like $50 in Steam and PSN credit on there, so I pretty much just got to clean out the closet a little bit, got rid of some stuff, and picked up some stuff too. So it was kind of cool. So.
All right. Have you tried the Portal yet?
No. I've pretty much been busy here, just kind of getting stuff back into like a new normal here, since I have no more animals anymore. I'm just by myself. So
you are not an animal.
I know. I'm not an animal, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
but, yeah.
Like I want to be an animal.
I want to live a dog's life. God. I just want to lay around all day, sleep.
Yep, he's all.
Now we got a furry on the team. Okay.
Oh Lord.
No, not that way. Not that way. No.
Take the pain away from him.
But I'll mess with the Portal. I'll give my report out in 2026 on our first episode of the year.
Okay.
Next year. I'm actually going to take it on on the road because I'm going to go up and visit Des for New Year's. And
I want to. Okay, I'm happy to be able to see it and see what you're going to be doing with it because correct me if I'm wrong. You're going to be able to play like Borderlands on your system and not have to do dual screen with mine. Correct.
Correct. I could play in the cloud depending if the game supports cloud support per se, because I have a PlayStation Plus premium account. So
wow, well that'll be cool. You know, we can do this that we can do that actual couch play, not out couch co-op, but we can actually do couch play. That's fun. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, we'll see how effective it is and see if it works well. I'm going to obviously put it through its paces before I head out on the road for New Year's and whatnot. But I'm kind of excited. You know, I wanted to do it on my Steam Deck, but I just figured, I got the extra credit. I don't want to sit on a bunch of GameStop credits. Like, I want to go back to GameStop. So
ain't no telling when that hammer is going to fall.
That's
you know it.
100%.
They don't care. They're slanging all that stuff. The Pokemon cards, whatever they could slang, they're slanging. It's like Funko Pops went out the way of the dodo, so now they're like grabbing on whatever they could grab on. So.
Like, we need this money, folks. They do not care.
See what sticks.
Also, what it is? Oh, go up. Sorry, Joe. Sorry.
No, I mean, basically, GameStop is just gamified Spencer's gifts nowadays, anyway. So,
wow. One of the things that I was thinking about, actually, and I meant to mention this in my kind of little update, is I was actually thinking about doing because I have the Switch 2 and I haven't really played it, so I was thinking it's time to do a game month in which I play my Switch for a month and see how that is, because I really don't have any. Later on in the show, we're going to be talking about our game of the year and a couple of stats from our PlayStation, and like I have hardly anything, and because I collect for the system, I'm thinking, damn, I really should play this more. So thinking about maybe it's time for another one of those. I know we did the month of Xbox, which was but maybe I'll do one for the Switch. So
and Series B, right?
What was that?
Will that be Bud Light?
Stop
Xbox
it.
Series B.
But no, I'm serious. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this is kind of like, I'm thinking like, hey, maybe this is something that I can do to really, get some more love. And, well, when we start talking about the games that we've been playing in our times, you'll get to see it's pretty crazy. But anyway, that's something I was thinking about. And, if you guys want to do that with me, or at least, well, I don't know. Kevin might be getting a
Switch 2.
Switch 2 as well. So maybe we can do something like that. But anyway, just something else that you made me think of that, and I wanted to mention that. That's something that I'm thinking about doing. So I know Joe was always up for a challenge, so maybe he'll join me. Probably not.
Yeah, for sure. So
we'll get it.
Y'all gonna lose that the Piranha Plant camera?
Hell no. Sorry, I didn't mean to be that. I didn't mean to be that vocal about it. I'm sorry, y'all. Just hope I didn't blow out your ears, but no, we will not be using that half-ass camera coming. No.
The Piranha Plant is a hoary, third-party thing.
I'm not doing any of that stuff. We will be on Discord because that works. I'm not trying to do anything else.
But that's like Nintendo's wannabe Discord. Come on, you want to partake, right? You're the Switch man. Switch man.
No. You know what? I no, Joe. Like, there's only so much that any one man can do in service of
so much Nintendo I can deal with, right?
Pretty much. I mean, that's 100% real. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a Nintendo faithful, but sometimes you got to be like, okay, sir, that's enough. And that's definitely it right there. So no, I will not be using any of those peripheries. No, no, this is not 2005. No, I can actually, no, there's better ways to connect. So
It's just all
Okay.
that like that residual like from the We Speak that we did like
yeah,
20 years ago. So,
no,
Mm.
that we anyway. I'm not. See, Joe, you're trying to make me say bad stuff about Nintendo, and I don't want to, Joe. Stop it, Joe. Okay, stop it. I will not let you do that.
Okay.
So, Kev,
All
how have you
right,
been, buddy?
folks.
what you been up to, Kev?
I've been working. So unfortunately, I will be working New Year's.
Ooh, that sucks.
While I have New Year's Day off, I have to work the 31st as well as the 2nd. So as far in my mind, I just say I'm working New Year's because it's like you can't really do anything. But I'm off the week of Christmas, so beginning Monday, I will be off for that week. I'm not returning till the 29th, so hopefully I will be able to get some things done. The silly season and all that stuff, as far as buying stuff, is over. My wallet is in mourning, but yeah, that's really
You got a birthday coming up, so maybe Saran or someone else could give you some birthday salutations. So
yeah, I'm I don't need anything, man. It's like I don't need anything. It's when I stop and think about it, it's like, do I really need anything? And the answer is no. I'm blessed, so I'm good. I'm thankful to have seen another 365, and I'm just gonna keep it pushing. But
There you
go. With that said, we are foregoing what is usually our first topic on the docket, the playlist, and we are moving on to our game of the year discussion. So that's going to be the first topic on our docket this episode. So we're kicking this off, this game of the year discussion, and we're also teaming that up with our PlayStation wrap-up stats. So I think we'll kick things off in the list that it's here. First off, we'll kick things off with Jabroni. What have you been playing, and what's your game of the year?
got it. Yeah, I kind of want to do it this way because it's kind of interesting to kind of tear into the statistics on there. So hope you guys listeners enjoy it as far as our take on it this year.
Yeah, and we also asked some of our listeners to give us some of theirs, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later, or we're probably going to intersperse that with our own. So please stay tuned. So I'm actually super excited to see what all of you have done and what some of our listeners have done. So, or your stats, because I know you're probably going to put some of us to shame.
Okay, well, my PlayStation 2025 wrap up, I'm going to go and basically go over my top 5 played games this year. So my number 5 is Journey to the Savage Planet Employee of the Month Edition. I played a total of 31 hours on that, and I got 18 trophies. I racked it up, yo. This is the game that me and John kind of enjoyed playing multiplayer, and I wound up playing a separate single-player game, but we wound up defeating the game and beating the game multiplayer, actually. So I kind of enjoyed my time playing Journey to the Savage Planet. I really wanted to get into Revenge of the Savage Planet, but I know, Des, you just picked it up, so it's something that I think we could do definitely a multiplayer session sometime
that'd be fun.
2026, so we'll take a look at that. But I really enjoyed Journey to the Savage Planet, so it's good that I went back to the game, because I remember playing it at a PAX years ago, and I really enjoyed what I played back then. So my number 4 is Dragon Quest XI-S Echoes of Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Say that fast 3 times. So I played 68 hours total on that. I played that game about 11% of my total playtime on PlayStation this year. I have not gone back to that game. It's been like about maybe 2-3 months since I played. I want to get back to it. So I know where I'm at. I know that I should be able to resume my game through. I think having the portal might help. That's Dragon Quest has always been a chill like RPG. So I might have a chance to like play it in bed or play it on the go if need be on there. But it's been a game. I'm a big JRPG fan, so I need to get more of that into my regular gaming rotation. So my number 3 was Monster Hunter Wilds. So I extracted 110 hours from Monster Hunter Wilds on there. So yeah, I played quite a bit. I got
like his value.
37 trophies from Monster Hunter Wilds altogether. So I've been kind of tempted to go back to see. I know the winter solstice is going on right now, and I'll have to see what the updates are. I'm still. We've talked about this previously this year that the game is disappointing on there. There's not enough teeth. I'm waiting for G rank to come out. I don't know if G rank is ever going to come out for this or not. I hope it does on there. It might give us some extra life, but it's like I want to see what else is new for Monster Hunter. I mean, it's probably going to be a while until they have a mainline game, but maybe the team that did Rise is going to work on a game for the Switch 2 possibly. So we'll have to see if that kind of makes its way out. I think I got enough value out of it, but I might go back.
Oh, yeah, you did.
All right. And then my number 2 is the game that me and Des kind of played together, and I was extracting tons of value on the side. My number 2 is Borderlands 3 of all things. So
because remember we went on that huge thing to get ready for the 4. We basically ran through that game.
Yeah, but I ran through it and I beat it, and I basically was running Arms Race, which was a kind of a roguelike mode where I was like grinding guns and doing all sorts of things. I have 137 hours in Borderlands 3. So it accounted for 22% of my playtime this year on PlayStation. So. And then surprise, surprise, my number 1, it's a Borderlands game, but Borderlands 4. So I have played 165 hours of Borderlands 4 in 2025 on here. That basically accounts to 27% of my playtime. If you've heard me talk about this game previously, I have not beat the campaign yet. So I'm still working my way on the map. I'm doing the Far Cry method. I am going to every point. I am looking at my guns. I pick up new guns, and I go out and say, I'm going to go out and a little test run. Let's check out these guns and see if they're good. Kind of work on my loadout on there. So that's where I've been so far. I mean, I want to get the game and beat it, but at the same time, I've been having a lot of fun with it too as well. So it's kind of crazy when you think, if you look at the stats between Borderlands 4 and Borderlands 3, I have a total of 302 hours playing just Borderland titles in 2025. So all right. And as far as other platforms, I've barely touched my Switch 2. On Steam, I played the most Legends of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It's accounted for 78% of my total playtime. That's all been done mainly on the deck. It's been mainly done on the train going back and forth to go see Desmond. So
you're welcome.
I know. I've been wanting to play my Steam Deck more and play PC more, so it's like something that I'm going to work on in 2026 and give a little bit more love for both the Switch 2 and the PC platforms on here. So, and we'll talk about what our gaming goals for 2026 next episode, but I kind of want to spread the wealth a little bit and get into my backlog, play some different stuff, and kind of gets a little extra variety and mix it in. So as far as my stats go, I played 45 games altogether on PlayStation, and I logged in a total of 597 hours on PSN this year. That includes 488 separate play sessions. I played 45 different games, and my favorite controller of 2025 is the DualSense Edge. So on there. So that's pretty much my 2025. My game of the year, obviously, I'm going to just say it like it is. Borderlands 4 is my game of the year. So honorable mentions, Monster Hunter Wilds I quite enjoyed. and kind of see the stats then from there. I mean, I enjoyed playing Arc Raiders too. I think Arc Raiders would get an honorary mention. I really have not given it a lot of play as of late, so I would definitely like to go back to it. On there, what else have we played that we kind of enjoyed, Des? I'm trying to remember off the top of. We went back to play Diablo 4, so that might be something to where. I'm going to get back into some ARPG goodness. Yeah,
you went to play Diablo 2 as well. I mean, you had said you really were getting into the ARPG stuff, and you had said, due to a podcast, other podcast you listened to, that you really want to get back into that. It was hilarious because we started it, and then immediately, like, he saw me playing Diablo 4, and he's like, let's do that! And so we started playing Diablo 4. And I have to say, some of the changes that they have, it does really feel like a kind of a new game. And so with the Vessel of Hatred, as well as this new Season 11 content, I mean, it does seem like there's stuff to do in the game. And then with the new expansion coming out next year, I mean, this has the potential to be a really strong contender for, I don't want to say Game of the Year, but definitely an honorable mention. We'll see. We'll have to see how deep the expansion is, and if it's able to hold a candle, because like 12 months is a long time. And even though it's only coming out, I want to say in the summer or fall, but we will definitely keep it tuned and let you know what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't have an Xbox wrap up. Xbox did not spend the marketing budget to actually do a wrap up this year, so it's been asked because they've done it for several years in a row. But according to Eurogamer, there was a report saying that they ran out of marketing budget to be able to do a wrap this year. So.
They were too busy making shoes and dolls and refrigerators. That's where that marketing money got eaten up from.
So terrible. Anyway.
All right, Kev. Let's go over your stats. Let us know what you played the most this year.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to pass the mic to Des because I have to take a phone call.
All right, no worries. Okay. So for mine, so remember at the beginning when I was talking to you about someone who, like, out of the three of us really needs to kind of like step his game up, like, honestly, and that would be your boy, me. So the Bay Area Terror needs to start terrorizing these games because my most played games on PS5. Well, number one, I didn't have any stats. Well, I don't have any stats on Steam because I don't really play my Steam, and I'm hoping that the Steam box or the GameCube will hopefully entice me to play more games. I am thinking about picking it up in the new year, and then trying to play a couple of games on that. But we'll see what that comes to pass. Because I don't think that they set a price point on it yet. So we'll see. Stay tuned for that. And the Nintendo Switch, I said already before that I'm thinking about planning a Nintendo Switch 2 month. That way I can play the Switch and then give you an honest feedback as docked and handheld. So and that does mean not playing my any other gaming system during that time. So follow for that. But my most played games on PlayStation 5. All right. Number 5. And this kind of shocked me, but I really like this game. And so I went back and I started playing it a little bit more. And you can kind of look at some of these games and see that most like Joe, I am a comfort food type of person. And if I really like a game, I go back and I really kind of play it just to experience it again. And it's not so much that I want to beat it. I just want to experience it and play it again. Because my number 5 was Immortals Phoenix Rising at 13 hours. I spent 13 hours playing a game that, that I really believe did not get its fair chance. It was my game of the year it came out. And I really, again, it's one of those where I really like the gameplay. I really like doing it. But at the end of the day, something new and shiny came out and I started playing it. Instead. And that game was tied for my number 4 spot, which was Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the remaster. That game was fantastic. I really enjoyed playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion before it was remastered. And when they came through and remastered it again, it was like, it was definitely like going back, and saying hi to an old friend that got like a facelift, got some Botox and it looks great. And I spent 13 hours in that one as well. Again, didn't beat it. Although when I played 4, I got pretty far on it, but 5, Skyrim was the one that I really put hours into. So, before that, but Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was my 4th game. My 3rd entry was Monster Hunter Wilds at 14 hours. As you can see, that was really disappointing. I don't know what it was about the game. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it, but at the end of the day, it just did not hold my interests. And that could be a lot of things. It could be the mechanics of the game. Just got a little bit too easy or rote. It really didn't feel like you had to fight for anything. I know people are saying, you haven't played the higher levels or stuff like that, and it's like, no. Even like a lot of the times, the higher levels, the monster might have a few different moves, but they have a shit ton of extra hit points or extra like life hit points, and if that's the case, then like, why? I don't know. I just felt that game was just kind of a little bit underwhelming and under-inspired. So I can't see myself going back to it at this point. I think the next Monster Hunter has to be, they really have to go back to the well and really reinvent it. I think it might be time to bring back swimming and actually do some underwater stuff. Give us more, what is it? Like levels. My levels, the word I'm trying to think of is more like
different
climbing.
biomes and stuff.
What was that?
Different biomes, maybe?
No, not so much the biomes, but I need you're able to like get up high on stuff, like one thing I thought was really fun was in Rise was the wire bugs,
climbing those mountains,
the level of verticality was fantastic, and I think that we really need to have something like that. So I really think that they have to like really, 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 really bust ass on that. And it should be no surprise what my number 2 and number 1 game are. Number 2, just I guess the order. My number 2 is Borderlands 4 at 27 hours. I'm sorry. I'm like Joe. I cannot get the value out of this. I don't know what happened, but I ran cold on it, and I just didn't feel like the feeling was there for it. I don't know. Maybe it was the characters. Maybe it was the world. I don't know. I really don't know. I think one of the things for it was I don't know. I really don't know. I kind of felt like there was just a lot to do, and a lot of it was a lot of busy work, and it didn't seem like a lot of the side quests really made or contributed to the overall feeling of the world, I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to it in 2026 and see about actually playing it and beating it, and pushing through. Another thing, just to be completely honest, is I know you like to get all the experience and get the everything, but sometimes I just want to kind of push through. And I know, I always feel bad by pulling you along when you really just want to go over there and look at this new shiny thing over there, So maybe that's another thing. I don't know, but
that would Kevin in his playthrough, because he's kind of pushing through.
Well, he's burning through it. I want a happy medium between the two of you guys. So
got it.
And then my number 1 was Borderlands 3 at 61 hours. And again, I think that was mainly because we pushed the shit out of that game. Like, we really pushed it and tried to get through it. Like, really tried to get through it to get prepared for Borderlands 4. And I had a really great time with that game. I really had a great time playing it. I really had a great time playing it with you. I thought the characters were solid. The story was fine. I think a lot of people gave it a lot of shit because of the podcasting duo and stuff like that.
Handsome Jack,
and stuff like that. I think it was just too much of a departure that people were really kind of like, what? So, but I liked it. I thought Borderlands 3 was a great game, and yeah, I really think that we really should. You really should play it if you haven't already. Okay, before I get to my game of the year, my honorable mentions, I wanted to give you my PlayStation stats. So I played my PlayStation 275 hours in 2026. That is paltry. I am so sorry. I need to step up my game, literally, and play more games. And that is what I want to do. I want to play more RPGs. And I'm sorry, Joe. I will make time to play multiplayer games, but I need to play some single player games and experience these single player games. Like, there's a bunch of games that came out in 2025 that I just had not played, and I need to just kind of like just sit there and do that and enjoy. So, but I will be playing more. I will be playing multiplayer games. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, I will still be doing that, and hopefully we can get some momentum in our game night. So yeah. A couple funny notes that I found that was hilarious in my when I was looking at our stats. So Joe and I, okay, so when you look at your trophies, you can compare your trophies to other people's trophies. And so when I compared Joe's trophies, now mind you, the caveat is these are compared to the games that both of us have played. So you can't look at someone's trophies for games that they have played that you have not played. So it's basically comparing your number of trophies for, like, say, Borderlands 2 to his number of trophies for Borderlands 2. That's how it is. And when I looked at the aggregate, Joe and I have the same amount of trophies for the games that we've played, 274. So that's great.
That's the trophy level. Yeah, there's a number of different trophies, basically.
I know, but that's our level. So I think that's great.
Yeah.
We're matched. You know, even though you play a lot more, I'm still up there with the trophy level. So yeah. And Kev has 276. So Kevin is whooping our asses on both those. So that's kind of funny.
Not by much.
Not by much. Not by much. Not by much. But yes, you're still way above us on that. Okay, so my game of the year and honorable mentions. So my two honorable mentions for game of the year is Star Wars Outlaws. That is my first one. I thought it was a fun game. I thought people really pooped on it a little bit more than it needed to be. I don't know why. It is in my rotation. I do want to get back to it and beat it. I have gotten pretty far on it, although I haven't played that many hours on it. Although a game like that, I think you pretty much beat it in less than 20 hours. So and what's funny, because a lot of these games that have my super amount of time is because I do a lot of wandering around. Like, if you basically play these single player games and like run through it, I think it's a lot shorter. But yeah, that game I really enjoyed, and I'm gonna be playing more of it, and I hope to beat it in 2026. Another honorable mention is Ball Pit. I know that John and Goonie both beat it. I'm not really playing it to beat it. I didn't even think you could beat it, so that's kind of cool. That's really nice for something to kind of move forward to. So yay, maybe I'll be able to beat it. And then my number one game of the year, is Dispatch. I thought that game was fantastic. I liked it because it's like you're watching the game and you're playing the game at the same time. And I thought the story has been really, really fantastic. I'm right in the middle of it, and every chance I get when I'm alone, I play it and I just watch what's going on. I do hope that they do more of it. I think they are, because it did so well. But everything about the game, the animation, the soundtrack, the level of interactivity, it just is great. It just is a really, really good, really good game. And I really hope that in the future, when they do make more, they do make it a lot more interactive. I like games like this. I think it's better than a visual novel, because a visual novel for a lot of the time is a static thing, but actually having animation along with the game, and you're actually fully affecting the animated show that you're watching, is just really, really cool. And it was just a great game. You know, the voice acting, everything about it was great. If you haven't played it, you really, really should. Fantastic game. And that is my game of the year. So before I kick it back to Kev, I'm going to go through some of our listeners and see what their what their stats and what their game of the year is. Well, at least their stats. So John BT says for his most played games on PS5, his number 5 is Monster Hunter Wilds at 21 hours, and he put in parentheses, "What a disappointment." Oh, sorry, my friend. But yes, I think a lot of people share the same sentiment as you. His number 4 is well, I guess they're all mixed up because they're not just PlayStation; it's everything. Because he actually put the stuff that he played on with Switch as well. So, alrighty. So, Revenge of the Savage Planet is the next up at 23 hours. I know you and Joe, like you said, or him and Joe, basically, tore that game up, and that's great.
That's the sequel. I did not tear it up.
Oh wow, this is the sequel. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, he's burning through it.
No, he beat the campaign. Yeah.
He already beat it?
Yeah, he beat the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, cool. He said, "Screw Joe, I ain't waiting for him." The next game is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom at 31 hours, on top of the 87 hours in prior years. See, that's crazy. See, again, a lot of these games, these open world games, you can just run around and just, mess around and do whatever you want. So, and then his top 2 are Hollow Knight, the first one at 34 hours, and Silk Song at 75 hours. Knowing that he beat both of those games, man, he is a sucker for those Castlevania like games.
Metrovania.
Yeah, the Metrovanias. Thank you, and really going through them and just tearing them apart. And he said in the Discord that some of those games were, at least they're not as hard as they make him out to be. So maybe he's bragging, but we don't know. So lastly, he says, just missing the cut was Split Fiction at 20 hours, but easily number 2 game on my list. Cool.
All right. You want me to cover Goonies real quick?
Sure.
And then we could kick it over to Kevin.
Sounds good. Let's go.
I know you've been talking a while. So Goonies Must Play Games of 2025. Clear Obscure Expedition.
Expedition.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Expedition 33, 28 hours. Balatro, he played 32 hours of Balatro. I've still not played that game.
He loves his card games.
You got it. Donkey Kong Bonanza at 35 hours. Bonanza. That's right. Hades 2, he has played 43 hours across both Steam and Switch 2. Switch 2 version just came out like a few weeks ago, so, but I'm looking forward to playing Hades 2 myself. I'm just waiting for it to come to PlayStation. I hate to say it, but, it is.
Wow.
What it is, so. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, he put 47 hours in total in that game. That's another game I kind of want to play and check out, so I do. I've just recently picked it up, so. Ball Pit. He has played 50 hours of Ball Pit. He beat the campaign. He posted on the Discord, of course. The next game, the good old multiplayer game that me and Goonie love to death, is Tom Clancy's The Division 2. He has put in 62 hours this past year in that
old ass game too.
Well, there's new content for that game, and so I just kind of dropped it. But I want to find out what happened to Keener. Unfortunately, Keener came back.
He did not drop it. He was like, "No, I'm in it."
Yeah. From what I talked to him, after the new seasons, they became kind of rote for him, and so that's the reason why he hasn't really played all that much as of late. So
don't say it. Say it ain't so, Goonie.
And his number 3 most played game of the year is Mega Bonk. So if you're not familiar with what Mega Bonk is, it's basically a 3D
survival game.
Yeah, it's like dungeon. It's like a Dungeon Heaven. I forget the acronym.
Dungeon Hacker, Dungeon. Oh, you're talking about Survivor game, like a Demon Survivor game, like what's it called? Help me out, Joe. You know what I'm talking about.
I need help too. So
Vampire
Survivor. Vampire Survivors. It's a bullet. It's like a bullet heaven, though, right?
Yeah. but it's 3D, and if I've watched some folks play it, and it's pretty fun. You know, it looks pretty fun. You know, you run around and you try to just have you try to grab as many, what we call it? You try to grab as many power ups, and you try to survive as long as you can while still, you know, killing everyone around you, and you get swarmed and swamped. And yeah, I've watched many a streamer play that game, and it just looks crazy. So I can't imagine playing it.
From what talking to Goonie, basically he's played a lot on the Steam Deck. It's like something where you could, like, you know, basically put down and, you know, grab and play like 15, 20, 30 minutes, do a session. It's a roguelike basically. So it's like Vampire Survivors. So you can just sit there and chill and just kind of move around, because obviously with Vampire Survivors and games in that genre, you know, you're not per se attacking. You are just trying to move around and auto-attacking at the same time. So
survive.
But, yeah, a lot of people love that game, though. So it's something that maybe if it gets the consoles, or maybe, God forbid, I play it on the Steam Deck and go from there. But it's obviously good enough for him to put that many hours, 131 hours total. So Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Goonie played 142 hours total in 2025. So I know that he was trying to get in and beat that campaign. I know he did beat the campaign for Breath of the Wild, so he extracted that value on there. So, and then his most played game of the year is Monster Hunter Wilds at 166 hours.
Wow,
on there. So, you know, I remember he was
value.
A lot of multiplayer with like our friend from work, Robert. And so it's like, you know, he was on a lot for a lot of weekends where they were playing like 6-7 hours at a shot. So that's probably the reason why that he was able to get that many hours into the game. So as far as his game of the year, his game of the year is Clear Obscure Expedition 33 on there. So, and he said that, I know I haven't finished the game, but the only reason I stopped playing is because I canceled Game Pass. So he just recently picked up the PS5 Collector's Edition, but he's holding off because he wants to be in the right mood to engage with the story again on here. So he explains too, and this is everything from his Discord post. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but he does enjoy the OST, the soundtrack of the game on there. And he also loves the art direction with the game as well. On there, the gameplay is not revolutionary for him, but it's basically executed very well, a turn-based combat scenario on there. What cements the game for him as his game of the year is the story on here. He explains that you're confronted with one of the major themes right off the bat, which is grief and loss. Probably something I'm not going to be able to play, at least for the next couple months, but basically said the opening of the game was hard for me to get through with the heavy themes, but I'm glad I stuck with the game. The world and the numerous creatures will have you chuckling one moment, and the next story give you a gut punch. It's a story that we'll keep looking back at and determined to see it to its end, but that'll have to wait to 2036, according to Goonie. So to see. So
wow.
His honorable mentions: Megamonk, which he describes as good dumb Vampire Survivors fun. Donkey Kong Banana Nanza, which is smashing things can be therapeutic. I'm probably going to need to play that soon. Is a Seat Taken, which is a cozy puzzle game on Steam. He said it's an absolutely lovely puzzle indie game to relax with. And his last honorable mention was Hades 2. More Hades, but refined, and he absolutely loves it. So good on Goonie. Thank you for the feedback. Yep, you got it. So let's go ahead and we'll kick it over to Kev and we'll talk about your most played games and your stats for 2025.
So okay, I'll start things off with my most played games. Honestly, I'm a little bit surprised. Number 5 was Earth Defense Force 6.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I finally finished that game. I thought the ending of that, where they have you got to go back and look through the prior missions and find
go back in time
warp stuff again. I don't know what the story. The story is you're being invaded by giant stuff and you have to kill it. That's where the story begins and ends with me, and it's so campy, and it's like I just 99% of the time I'm tuning out what they're saying, so I'm not even following the story. I see the same people in the same base, and they say the same shit to me every time I see them. So it's like, okay, I don't know, but it's a fun game. I like the EDF games. So that was my number 5. Number 4 was Borderlands 4. Kind of surprised at that too, but then again, I'm not, because I don't like wasting money, and I bought that game digitally and I can't take it back because PlayStation does not have a decent digital return policy.
They do
so
not.
I'm stuck with it. So I'm like, and I can't. It's a little bit better now that I finally got some good guns, but it's also a pain. It's also a shame because the only reason I have good guns is because I do the gold key codes. All of the decent weapons that I have in the game have been from key codes. It haven't been from stuff that I found just by playing the game.
How many hours do you
I
have
think that's whack. That's in my opinion, that's whack. I gotta depend on the dude giving the codes to get decent ass weapons in a game that's all about weapon loot. I ain't really feeling that, but I'm playing it so I can finish it and then delete it and be done with it. Number 3, and by the way, the times on these, 43 hours on Earth Defense Force 6. That was probably spread over a long period of the prior year, because I stepped away from the game and then I came back to it because I wanted to finish it. So, and Borderlands 4 is at 44 hours and ticking. Number 3 was Monster Hunter Wilds at 56 hours. I think I finished that game. I'm pretty sure I did. And I'm kind of in agreement with you two. I may go back to it for G rank, but they took the world they took the world out of Wilds. I'll put it that way, because I liked Monster Hunter World a lot better than this game. But you know, there's I understand why they did some things, but when they did those things to kind of generalize the gameplay, I think it lost something. Yeah, generalize and streamline the gameplay. It lost something, and I thought Worlds was the perfect balance of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But so hopefully they can get that back on track. Number 2 surprised the hell out of me, because I got to a certain point in the story and I quit because I didn't feel. I felt I should be able to continue with the main story instead of hunting for better weapons and building my level and leveling up my characters. Assassin's Creed Shadows, I have 63 hours in it. I didn't finish that game because I could not continue the story, because I got to the main boss to move on to the next section of the story, and my sword attacks were doing next to no damage to him because my character was underpowered, underleveled, and my weapons were not strong enough. And I think in an Assassin's Creed game, that is dumb. That's the equivalent of that's why I don't like The Division, because it's like I'm shooting you in the freaking head with an AR, and your bulletproof hoodie is giving you resistance points. It's like, no, I'm cutting you with a freaking katana, and you acting like I'm slapping you with a wet noodle. I couldn't vibe with that. So I enjoyed the story. It is filled with a lot of tedium with regard to the side quests. I was kind of rocking with the main gist of the story, and I am disappointed that it didn't. That I wasn't able to finish it, because that whole thing just turned me off. Number 1 with 101 hours put in is, to no one's surprise, Helldivers 2. That game has kind of been my go-to for a while, only kind of overthrown in my mind by another game I'll talk about in my my games of the year, but no surprise there with Helldivers 2. Some of the other stats that I had, they labeled me a thrill seeker. My preferred genre is action adventure. I have logged a total of 472 hours on the PlayStation, which for me is pitiful.
Me too.
I used to put in a hell of a lot more hours in gaming, but I have to adult. I started a home business, and my work days do no longer end when my 9 to 5 ends. So it that sucks. I wish I could put more time in gaming, but you got to do what you got to do. My favorite controller was the DualSense Edge. That was the controller that I used the most, although I have put more time in with the Hex Gaming Phantom, and it's pretty good. I think I still like the DualSense Edge better, but this Phantom, and all the Phantom is a modified DualSense. It's got weights and a few other things, and I talked about it before, but that Phantom is actually pretty dope. I would not pay $250 for it, but it's a solid controller. If you can find one on sale, I think it's definitely worth buying. But I also do love the DualSense Edge. I picked up a second one during Black Friday as well. And I gotta thank you for being a member of PlayStation Plus. So
did I. I was
that is
yay.
my 2025 wrap up. Moving on to my Game of the Year honorable mentions. So my number 5 is the game I did. Actually, my number 5 through number 3 are games that I have not finished. To my shame, I have not finished them, but I'm working on them as time permits. Number 5 is going to be Warhammer Space Marine 2. When that game first came out, I was really all about it. It came out at a great time as far as not really playing other things, but it also dropped when I started focusing on my business, my home business. So it was the first victim of my lack of time as an adult to get pushed to the wayside. And it's a damn shame, because I think Warhammer Space Marine 2 is just... It's fantastic. It's just they did a great job of creating a sense of doom using a character that is basically supposed to be, an unstoppable force, and you see all these freaking bugs coming at you. And it's like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna make it. And depending on what skill level you're playing, you probably won't. Number 4 is going to be, and it's another sin and a shame. First Berserker Kazan is my number 4. I fell in love with this game during the demo. No joke. Getting to the demo's main character or final boss took me about 5 hours. No, because it's like, I'm old and my reflexes suck, and this game really did say, man, you need to level up. You need to level up your skill points. But it was brutal, and it was did not hold your hand and did not take pity on me. But I think that's one of the reasons why I love it. I have the game. I'm still at that section. Immediately following the demo, my save has transferred. I loaded the game so I could, transfer the work that I did in the demo over. So by the when I do finally go back to it, I will be able to continue on from that point. But First Berserker Kazan it's an amazing game. If you're up to the punishment. And since I'm a masochist, I have no problem with that. Number 3, Ghost of Yote. Yesterday was the first day in a long time that I was able to just sit down and spend a lot of time with this game. I was able to spend like literally half the day playing Ghost of Yote yesterday. And I have knocked off the second of the Yote 6. And that boss battle was probably one of the funnest bosses I've encountered in a third-person action game. I don't know exactly how I would rank it, but it's going to be high. It's high up there. That boss battle was a blast, man. Ghost of Yote is a fantastic freaking game. If you're on the fence about it, don't listen to the haters. I personally think, because I judge a game on the gameplay. If you like Tsushima, you will love Yote, because Yote is just as good as Tsushima is. It refined a lot of the gameplay mechanics. So if you enjoyed Tsushima, you will love Yote. I like Atsu as a character. I think it's useless trying to compare her to Jin, because there's 400 years between the two. In my opinion, it's a silly argument. But if you're interested in a third-person action game that respects the culture, in the era, in the country that it's set in, like I said, if you liked Tsushima, you're gonna love Yote. It's absolutely brilliant. Number two, Absalom is the game that reminded me that I'm getting old, and it reminded me of that just simply by the way the systems are put in place. Like, there is literally a skill tree that you apply the skills that you inherit, and it's what they call it, a roguelite. I don't know the difference between a roguelite,
the roguelite beat 'em up.
Roguelite, yeah. Beat 'em up. And there is a literal skill tree when you start the game. And I had been walking past that damn thing forever and a day and trying to figure out how come my characters weren't getting inheriting any skills. And I'm looking at these YouTube videos and people got extended mana bars and health bars. It's like, where are they getting this shit from? It's like, oh yeah, there's, that tree that's right in the middle of the starting point in the hub. Yeah, you fill that with skills. Duh. I did not realize that at all. I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying the characters. It was one of the funnest beat 'em ups I've played, modern beat 'em ups, I'll say, that I've played since River City Girls 2. And I love River City Girls 2. And Absalom is absolutely amazing. It will challenge you, but when you lose, you don't feel cheated. In a way, it's kind of like Ninja Gaiden at its best. It's like, dang, I didn't see that coming. it's you don't get that sense. It's dang, I need to get those patterns down. And the boss patterns, once you get them down, you're able to really tear through them and make your way to the point where you last lost. And it really, you really feel like you're building skill. Like the last time I played the game, I think I made it to the second to the last boss. I think. And I had that heifer to a hair's breadth, and she clocked me, and I was like mad. But that I was mad, but it's like I can't be completely mad at that, because it's like every skill that you learn, it's like the bosses, the subsequent bosses will like drill that knowledge into you. You have to be fully aware of the skills that you're carrying. You have to really understand what the mana that you're collecting is going to do for you. And I'm at a section now where I'm just going to ignore buying stuff. I need to get that second life that you have to buy from a vendor at that point, at that checkpoint. So I got to make sure I got enough gold to do that. And because if I would have had another life, that heifer would have been put 6 feet under, because I had her down to like literally a hair's breadth. But I got popped and she survived my last hit. So, but Absalom is absolute joy of a beat 'em up. Helldivers 2, what can I say about Helldivers 2 that I haven't already said? It's a great game. It's probably wonderful playing with a group, but I can't find a group that I don't do well with randos. And I am enjoying the hell out of this game just playing it alone. I have teamed up with the homie Damon on multiple times, and we just kind of running around blowing up bugs. It is a very therapeutic game, because when you've had a bad day at work, when you're just for whatever reason, it's so therapeutic to just blow up bugs and bots and flesh mobs and just kind of turn your brain off and not think about it. And I'm getting brutalized at the second to the hardest level. I still haven't completed the mission on that level yet. But what do you say, Des? Hope springs eternal. So I'm
right, sir.
I'm gonna keep chugging away at it. And it's just an awesome game. I absolutely absolutely love what Arrowhead brought to the table with Helldivers 2. So I don't think I have any honorable mention. I will say my disappointment. I do have a gaming disappointment. My gaming, actually, technically I have two, but I think that's more of I'll save that for our next episode, because I think that's more of like a gaming, what do you call it, New Year gaming resolution. But my gaming disappointment is Ninja Gaiden 4. It's not that it's a bad game. It's not. But it does not have the polish and polish is probably the wrong word. It does not have the slickness that the Itagaki titles did. And you can say that, well, this is by a different team. Itagaki wasn't on this. The man has passed away. But at the same time, because it's a Ninja Gaiden game, I can't help but compare it to its predecessors, and it just falls. It just falls short. The enemy designs are nowhere near as interesting, at least the enemies I've encountered so far. I'm fighting variants of, they all look like they came from an episode of Robotech. I mean, I guess
Sorry.
I guess it's whatever. Yakumo looks good. I like his design, but I haven't played as Ryu Hayabusa. Maybe I fight different enemies using Ryu, but it just does not feel like a Ninja Gaiden game. It feels like somebody trying to duplicate what was already done, but not quite. It's kind of like if you're helping your buddy cheat in school and he's not smart enough to fill in the bubbles of the Scantron test that you're showing him. It's like he's getting it kind of right, but his bubbles are a little off, so they come up as wrong. I don't know any other way to describe it. It was one of the games that I was most looking forward to this year, but I feel that, and I can't just sit here and say that it's a bad game because it's not. It plays well. It's probably got the best camera that the series has ever had, but it just does not feel like a Ninja Gaiden game. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it there with my gaming disappointment. So with that said, we're going to move on to what is our next topic on the docket, and we got the Jabroni gaming news. All right, bro, you got it.
All right, thank you, Kev.
You're welcome.
All right, good deal. So first thing I want to talk about, we kind of missed going over the Game Awards. They did occur not this past week, but the week prior on December 11th on here. So, and we're going to kind of cover the announcements on here. I don't think anyone here cares about who won the awards.
Nope.
If
Not
you
really.
kind of watch the show, it was like Claire Obscure, Expedition. I can't say that word. Expedition 33. See, I could pronounce words too. That's great. So we're going to kind of talk about the announcements during the show. I happened to watch the Game Awards live with Goonie on Discord, so I did partake in that. I know, Des, you had some other things you had to do, like the Geek Chat. For instance, because this happened to be on a Thursday. So I know you did join us for a bit of time before you had to go on here. So I'm not going to cover everything that got announced, but we'll kind of cover the highlights. Pragmata, Capcom's third-person sci-fi puzzle shooter, had a feature in the pre-show, and they came up with a release date. So it's coming out on April 24th on consoles and PC, and they did announce a Switch 2 version of that game as well on there. So that was a new version of the game because they didn't have a Switch 2 version announced. And they even have a Pragmata Amiibo announced as well. So on there. They also released a demo of the game on Steam, and then they said that there's going to be demos for other platforms available at a future date on there. So I'm still curious about this game. I don't know about you guys. I know during when we were at PAX, Des, that the line for this was way too long because I think the
way too long
was like a half an hour. Like once you got in line to play it, you got a whole hunk of meat of that demo to play. So So if I want to play it right now, I could load it up on my Steam Deck or load it up on my PC and check it out. So I'm keeping an eye on this. I don't know. Is this something in your guys' radar at all?
It looks great. I don't know what to expect from it, but it looks fun. So I probably will end up at least looking at and seeing what it's about. Before I just been oh my God, it's day one.
Yeah.
But it looks fun. It looks fun. I'm glad to see Capcom doing
some new stuff.
Yeah, new IPs and stuff. So yeah, it's got me a little hype.
Yeah. For every Pragmata, there's an Exo Primal in the mix. So
Please get away from me.
All right. Another game that was kind of interesting is called Bradley the Badger. So this is from a new studio called Day 4 Night Studio. This is a 3D platform starring a cute badger with stages based on Cyberpunk, Bloodborne, and more. So one of the directors of this game was actually the guy that the Italian guy that almost wept during the Ubisoft conference like a few years ago, because he's the director of Mario versus Mario and Rabbids, like both titles on here. So he's kind of left Ubisoft and gone on, and this is his first new title on here. So I thought the kind of gameplay looked kind of interesting on there. It looks like you're able to go in and modify the level a little bit and kind of tweak it if need be as part of the gameplay loop. So keep an eye out for this. It's like kind of interesting for sure on there. Any of you two interested in this at all before I go ahead and move on?
I mean, I'm always interested in something new, but I'd have to see more about it. Yeah,
I like 3D platformers. So, All right, next game kind of looked like it was like, it looked like it was just kind of remind me of Lollipop Chainsaw a little bit. It's called Stupid Never Dies. So it's by a new development team, basically. A producer from Capcom basically went off and did his own studio with NetEase on here. So this is the name of the studio is GP Track 50 on here. And basically the trailer started with a music video on here with a guy and a girl singing, and basically afterwards you get to see that it is a third-person action game starring a zombie boy and a human girl fighting monsters on there, and the whole like background like musical motif was set to ska basically. So it's just like kind of little 90s edgy kind of looking thing, but the gameplay actually looked kind of cool on here. So, and then this has definitely some Capcom background if need be. Kev, I don't know if you noticed this game or what you thought of it. I mean, obviously the music video to begin, the trailer was kind of, to me, it's like, it just not speaking to me. I'm not a Blink-182 type of guy. I don't give a shit, so.
Honestly, I didn't really see enough of the gameplay to really understand what was going on. It looked like a K-pop video to me.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, I'm definitely willing to see what it's going to be about, but I need a clearer viewpoint on what the actual gameplay loop is going to be before I can say whether or not I'm interested or not.
Yeah, the studio is run by this guy named Hiroyuki Kobayashi. So he's worked on like Devil May Cry. He's worked on the Dragon's Dogma 2. So he done some producing.
The pedigree's there. There, but I need to see what the gameplay loop is going to be.
Yeah,
I just saw a lot of K-pop video. I thought, K-pop Demon Hunters was going to jump out, and at some point, it's like
according to the press release, this is what it says. It says a zombie protagonist named Davey. He ventures into a monster-filled dungeon to rescue a frozen human he loves, described as a blazing fast growth game with funky zombie action.
Action.
You got it, yeah. So story is you play as Davey, a low-ranking zombie in a world ruled by monsters on a quest through a dungeon to save Julia, a human he loves on here. So the gameplay promises energetic, fast-paced action with unique allies and iconic monsters like werewolves and skeletons. So
okay, I mean, it sounds generic as hell, but sure,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it might be good. Shit, I don't know.
We'll see. And then the actual Game Awards started. They basically had all these CG trailers. Every CG trailer you ever want to see. Gameplay? Nah. Wants gameplay. I want more CG.
You're my CG player. You're my CG.
Yes. So first CG trailer, the note. Star Wars, Fate of the Old Republic. So Star Wars FOTAR, basically, has been announced. So
what is wrong with you?
It's like FOTAR. Come on, man.
Oh my god. Okay.
So Argonaut Games, which is led by director Casey Hudson, him of BioWare fame. He's worked on Mass Effect. He's also worked on Anthem. So we'll have to see as far as if this is going to come out to be anything. I know Arcanaut Games has basically only been in place for like 5 months on here. So basically what you get to see in the trailer is a lot of CG. What happened to that Star Wars game that was on the Game Awards a couple of years ago from Quantic Dream? I don't think we've seen a hide or hair of that game since. And I'm not
Clips?
this. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with it either.
Yeah, so I love that they want to announce these games and get them out, but especially once the studio hasn't even been in place for like 6 months, I really doubt we're probably going to see this game in 2030. Casey Hudson actually came back and said, "No, you're going to see the game before then. I'll be too old." That's what he actually said. So, and who knows? If they use that devil AI and come up and whip up this game quicker than quick, we'll have to see. But if I was a betting man, I wouldn't say this game is going to come out until PlayStation 6 is well into its generational cycle. So now, are you excited for it at least, Des? I know you loved the KOTOR 2 in the past. And
I don't know what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that. Like, it seems like it would be a lot of fun. I'm kind of like into it, but it's a CGI trailer. So like, what am I? So, like,
what am I going to be doing?
Exactly. Like, all I saw, nothing. A ship landed and a lightsaber ignited, and that was pretty much it. So
you saw some rain. There was some rain effect.
Yeah. So I need more. Give me some more, and we'll go from there. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Well, next CGI trailer, which did not represent gameplay. This is from Larian Studios. It's the pulsating, demon munching, flesh crawling Divinity trailer on here. So this is like a reboot of Divinity. Yeah, and that trailer was, I know from what I was listening to some other podcasts is saying that they were watching Game Awards with their kids and they didn't want to have to see all that all that crap.
Yeah.
And
that statue also made it to like the conspiracy circles, because some folks actually thought it was like a legit like mystery, and it made its way around, because I listened to some of those podcasts and they were talking about like, well, nobody knows what, and it's like, I'm like, no, that's a gaming marketing thing. I mean, kudos to the marketing team, though. I mean, they really put their foot in it. But that I was not impressed with the trailer. I don't need to see an orgy with goblins and whatever the hell else was going on.
Yeah.
That was not necessary. But these are the same people that let you screw a polar bear. So
it was a brown bear.
Or brown bear, whatever. A bear. So I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised at the edges being pushed with regards to a trailer. I'm probably going to be out, because I'm guessing this is going to be another RTS. So,
no, it's a CRPG, so it's basically a strategy RPG.
Yeah,
I forgot what the CRPG. Yeah,
but it's like, but kudos to that marketing team. They did a bang up job with that statue.
Yeah, it's like CRPG stands for computer RPG. So what the hell does that mean? I guess it's just
turn based. We have like a squad running with you.
Yeah. All right, next game that got shown. This is the game we talked about last episode. This is Sony Computer Entertainment's collaboration with Bad Robot Games on here. This is J.J. Abrams' joint on here. So this is a new roguelike game called For Loop on here. So this is from the Left 4 Dead creator Mike Booth. So this is not exactly a zombie game, but they kind of showed a little trailer for this, and they kind of gave you a little gist as far as what this is, that you're going to continuously perish and go in and try to reiterate in a roguelike fashion on here. I know some people were kind of not impressed with the trailer. I thought it was okay. I'm just wanting to see more proof of the gameplay myself on here. I don't want to be seeming as a PlayStation apologist over here, but it's just one trailer. God, too late. What are you talking about?
Nothing. What? How you doing, buddy?
What you talking about, Willis? So, any impressions from either of you two about For Loop, or are you just like kind of foregone about For Loop for now?
Foregone for For Loop, huh? Is it fair to do that, sir?
Is this going to be like a PvE or PvPvE?
I think it's a PvE.
Really kind of okay.
PvE, yeah.
If it's PvE, I might be interested in it, maybe, but I don't know about this. I don't know. I'll have to see more. I'll actually have to see like some gameplay, an in-depth gameplay overview before I say whether or not I'd be really interested in it or not.
Yeah, I'm going to have to see more too, but we'll probably have plenty of time. This is a 2026 game, so it's not like it's not going to come out. It'll be out sooner than later on there. So yeah, it's a 4-player co-op shooter, and it's a PvE on here. It's not a PvPvE on here. So, but they basically have information on the PlayStation blog. There's a Q&A with the director of the game talking about it, and they're talking about the gameplay loop and so on and so forth. So you can be able to find more information on there if needed on that. So, all right, and then next thing shown at the Game Awards, Coven of the Chickenfoot looks actually pretty damn cool. The art style is just outstanding. So this is a dark fantasy game about an elderly witch and her animal companion. It's the first project from Wildflower Games. It's the studio headed by Bruce Straley, which is the former co-director of The Last of Us and Uncharted. So he kind of left Naughty Dog and he said, I'm out. And so this is his first game in the mix, and so it's his own little studio, and it's only announced for Steam right now. There's no console announced for it right now as it stands. It kind of looks... I thought the animation looked great. The elderly witch had like chicken feet, so it's like, I don't know if either of you two watched this trailer or what you thought of it. I'm excited for it. I know Goonie especially was like really digging the art style in the trailer and the kind of overall feel of it. So
of course he liked it though. He has chicken feet. No,
I like the art style. I don't know if the gameplay loop is really going to be for me, but I think artistically it's really pretty.
Yeah. Now if it was the Coven of the Chicken Fingers, then I don't know. I'd be all.
Oh wow. Yeah, chicken fingers. Let's go.
Raising Cane, yeah. So. All right, next thing of note, Resident Evil Requiem had a new trailer, and guess what? Leon Kennedy's back in the game, so we're gonna kind of get to see Leon in his older rendition, using the chainsaw, cutting up zombie folk, and they're kind of intersped between the other protagonists that was in the previous trailers as well. So
they gave him the Ken Masters makeover.
Yeah.
Yep. Capcom has a way of doing that with people, though.
Yep.
So yes, I 100% agree.
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. He's not exactly in this fat Elvis stage, but it's getting close.
You said fat Elvis stage. That's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's hilarious.
All right, next trailer of note. They showed actual gameplay in this trailer. It was Exodus from Archetype Entertainment and Wizards of the Coast on here. So this is the game from Archetype Entertainment, which is comprised of a lot of ex-BioWare employees. So it looks like Mass Effect. It walks like Mass Effect. Guess what? It's not Mass Effect. It's Exodus, and it's voiced by voice actors like Matthew McConaughey. So, Des, any excitement for Exodus at all from this trailer?
Why are you asking me? Because it has Wizards of the Coast, and I really like the last Mass Effect game. Yeah, I thought it was great. Like I thought it looked great. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for games like that. I think
so too.
Yeah, like I like that kind of sci-fi open world stuff. Yeah, like I actually like I have no idea why Wizards of the Coast is doing anything with this. I didn't read anything into that, so I don't know if it's part of a game, or if Magic the Gathering will we be doing anything with it. Like I really don't know, like what the tie is. You know,
The Wizards of the Coast has multiple game projects in the works, so they're an active game developer, actually, video game
No.
developer.
I believe all that. It's just I was not expecting it. You know, I just wasn't expecting it because I was expected to tie into something. So I actually believe that we're probably going to get some kind of a card game or something else based on this property. Like I can imagine them doing something like that. Like I can't imagine them sitting on their hands and letting an IP not have some kind of like cross promotional thing going on. Like I just can't imagine them doing that.
Yeah. Next game was actually a game from Wizards of the Coast again. So they announced Dungeons and Dragons Warlock on here. So this is a Magic-focused adventure set in the world of D&D. They hope to have this game out by 2027. It's being developed by a studio named Invoke Studios, but this is basically the same studio that brought you Dark Alliance. So.
That hurts, dude.
D&D Dark Alliance. Remember Dark Alliance back in 2021?
Yeah, unfortunately so.
Yeah.
They said that they learned quite a bit from developing Dark Alliance. So
I would hope so. I would hope so. I mean,
yeah,
damn.
and they said that their focus is on making a video game first, an immersive single-player open-world experience. We're not trying to simulate the tabletop RPG experience, so we don't have anything like dice rolling or anything like that. Well, no shit, Sherlock, guys. So I thought the trailer was quite edgy. I think there was Tool, I think was the band that was playing during the trailer. So, but we got an announcement that the first gameplay reveal is scheduled for summer 2026, probably during the Summer Games Fest, another Keighley production. That's right. So we'll have to take a look.
I don't know what to make of it. To be completely honest with you, I have no idea what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it.
I love the fact that after they developed D&D Dark Alliance, they actually changed the name of the studio so that they're trying to wash the stank off them. But
I would too. Shit, I'd be like, sorry, they don't live for no more.
All right, next trailer of note, which I thought was a badass trailer. It's for the new Control game, Control Resonant, on here. So this is
trailer of the show.
Yeah, basically the next trailer, the Control game. It's basically the brother of the protagonist of the first game, Dylan Faden. He's the brother of the Control protagonist, Jesse Faden, on here. But instead of having a third-person shooting aspect to this game, it's actually an action brawler on here. So, but the art style is phenomenal. I thought you did get to see some gameplay, possibly, in the trailer. So, but I just thought I love the look of it, actually. And part of me wants to grab Control and actually play Control for the first time. So,
I know John was happy to hear that.
Yeah, God forbid. So, game of the show for you, Kev?
Trailer of the show.
Trailer of the show, yeah. I don't know about game, it's just trailers.
Yeah.
But. Next,
I need to play Control because I haven't played that game. I haven't touched it yet. It's in my library.
Yeah, there's a PS5 native version just dropped, actually, so a couple of months ago. So, next game shown was this game called Gang of Dragon. Guess what? Nagoshi from the Yakuza team left Sega and founded his own studio. And guess what? Instead of doing something new, he decided to be derivative and basically go back to the well one more time. So, Gang of Dragon looked cool, but I don't know why Nagoshi, if he left Sega and got away from the Yakuza team, that he would just make another Yakuza game, really and truly. So, so the trailer looked cool. I like the animation of it. It's deep in development, I feel bad because I know NetEase was talking about stepping away from a lot of their Japanese investments on there. And so probably he need to go back to the well to make that money for NetEase, because otherwise, who knows if they're going to get a return on their investment necessarily. So, But I was hoping that he would do something a little bit more original and not so derivative of his prior works. But God forbid about it. Any impressions from either of you two on this?
It looks like it's going to be a little bit more gritty, maybe than a typical Yakuza game. Dude got shanked, saw some blood. So it looks like this guy is not pulling any punches. Saw a dude get shot. That doesn't happen in Yakuza. I mean, it maybe happens in the cutscenes, but if they incorporate it in the gameplay, it's maybe going to be like a harder hitting version of Yakuza. But I'm kind of in agreement with you. It's kind of like, well, you're doing what you used to do. You just can't use Kazuma Kiryu.
Yeah.
And it might be a little bloodier. Might be a little bit more mature.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, but it's still derivative.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're 100% correct. And I think one of the things that might be good about it, or might really kind of make it stand out, if it doesn't have all the mini games and all the other things you can do, and it's just like a straightforward story,
time story. Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm hoping it is, because while I enjoy the Yakuza series, some of the stuff is a little bit more melodramatic and soap opera-y, and I'm like, so having a something that's just a bit more like down to earth, and like you get, like, I'm really hoping for it to be sort of like Sleeping Dogs. So that's like what I was hoping for.
That would be amazing,
right? Wouldn't that be dope?
Like, yeah.
Ooh, like I was looking at that and I was like, is this? At first I thought it was like, is this Sleeping Dogs 2? And then I saw, okay. But yes, it looks hella derivative. I just hope that they're able to stand out enough from what he did prior.
And it looks to be a period piece too, because it doesn't look like it's taking place in a modern time, but I don't think it's based on. I'm not up on Japanese fashion, so maybe I'm off. But it looks like it may be taking place in the 80s, maybe the 90s.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Based on how the people were dressed, but
I'm gonna just basically say it right now. Between this game, Gang of Dragon, which the title is like awkward as hell too. So
Gang of Dragons or Gang of Dragon.
Gang of Dragon, yeah. RGG Studio, basically Stranger Than Heaven, that's been shown the last couple like major events. If you remember that game looks hell of a dope. And so it's like Negoshi leaves RGG, and RGG is kind of doing its own thing too. They're not just releasing another Like a Dragon game. Stranger Than Heaven looks very dope on there. I don't know if you guys remember that trailer from past. You don't. Mm-mm. That's that kind of where it's like in the 1920s, but in Japan. And
yeah. Now, it's like, but then didn't they show another trailer which it looks like you go like almost like you're playing generational characters.
Yeah, you're playing generational characters. Yeah, but I love the look of that game, and I can't wait for that game. So I don't think Gang of Dragon, if I'm going to compare the two as far as hype level for me, hails to the hells no. Stranger Than Heaven's like holding the weight for me right now. So. Next thing that was shown was the movie cast for Street Fighter, the 2026 movie coming out from Legendary Pictures, came up on stage, and they actually showed a lot of the character introductions from the movie and whatnot. And, color me surprised, but I actually, lo and behold, I don't know about you guys. I think I have an idea from both of you two how you feel about it, but I'm kind of hopeful that this movie is actually entertaining. I don't know if I necessarily agree with all the renditions of said characters. Like Balrog does not look good to me, but we'll have to see.
52-0, T2O. He looks like Balrog's daddy.
Oh, you guys are killing me.
But some of the like major stars like Jason Momoa's Blanca, Cody Rhodes as Guile. I don't know if you want to consider him an actor or not.
Oh yeah,
Reigns as Akuma.
wrestlers are actors, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll kick it over to you, Des. First, what is your overall feelings about the Street Fighter movie? Are you hyped?
What are my feelings about the Street Fighter movie? Well, my friend, it can't be any worse than the Tekken movie. It can't be any worse than any of the other movies that have come out in the past. So I am whatchamacallit, what's it called? The other fighting game movies that have come out in the past.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, it'll be definitely better than... I mean, Mortal Kombat actually wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either. I mean, you're really kind of like, let's be honest. What is the what are you hoping to get? Like, what is the the worst case scenario? Because I think the worst case scenario is the Van Damme Street Fighter. And we have to go better than that, right?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be better than that.
Who's coming with me?
Yeah, it's like it has to be better than that. I mean, if anything, it's all going to be straight like glam, and it's going to be over the top, and it's just going to be like super crazy. So for that, I'm kind of like, all right, this could be kind of fun, because you can't really look at it and take that seriously. Like, I can't. I mean, you might be able to, but I sure as hell can't. So I'm going over there, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to be like, please, 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 please do not take yourself too seriously. Let's have, some fun with it, and hopefully enjoy, because I mean, I looked at that and I was just like I was just laughing. I was like, oh my God, really? We're really trying this again? But yeah, I don't know. So, but like we were talking about before, health. What is it now? Hope springs eternal. So
You got it. Yeah.
Let's hope that it is okay, because I really don't know at this point.
I'm out of hope, bruh.
Whoa!
My hope is gone. Street Fighter is not goofy. And it was like, I was watching a YouTuber, and I was like, because I had seen the trailer, another trailer of it before, or not the trailer, but when they started bringing out these people, I think this was the second trailer, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like, why am I not vibing with this? And it's like, this YouTuber put it succinctly: Street Fighter is not goofy. These people are goofy. I can't rock with this. It's like, I'm not even talking about the fact that the people don't look like the characters they're supposed to be representing. That's not even the issue to me. The issue is that they're treating this like Street Fighter Van Damme, a goofy ass movie, and Street Fighter just is not goofy. I mean, I'm not, if you want, unless you're going to do an animated rendition, and I would encourage anybody to check out Street Fighter the movie, the animated rendition. I think it came out in like 1991 or 1992, something like that. I would also encourage people to watch the miniseries Street Fighter V. If you want to see what a Street Fighter movie / miniseries is supposed to look like, watch those. If you're going to this movie expecting to see anything like what Street Fighter is supposed to be, this ain't it, bruh. No, this is not it. I'm looking. I'm not even talking about the fact that the people don't look like the characters that they're supposed to represent. Who are you going to find that looks like Ken and Ryu and Chun-Li, who's a woman who's built like Chun-Li? Are you going to find a dude that looks like Dalsum? No, you're not going to find that. It's just the overall vibe. I have a feeling that Akuma's going to be goofy. I have a feeling that Dhalsim is going to be goofy. I mean, and these are not goofy characters. Not goofy characters. I mean, Akuma killed Goken, for crying out loud, his own brother. For the guy that trained Ken and Ryu because he wanted more power. It's like, that's not goofy.
Well, we're getting glam.
So, I mean, whatever the hell this is going to be, I can't. I mean, this is going to. I will only see this if I have my Fandango account, that thing that lets me see a movie for $2, and then I will give it my $2 so I can sit and just be disappointed for 90 minutes or whatever, however long it's going to be. But other than that, no. I will see this on streaming otherwise and laugh.
I was playing some Borderlands 4 with you and Ace Black. I think.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ace. Me and Ace were like eye to eye. It's like, bruh, how is no?
Yeah, he was telling me y'all was they're destroying it, and I was like, oh yeah,
this is whack, man. And I don't want to be one of those people. Well, I kind of sort of do that criticizes everything that comes out entertainment wise, because I think we have enough of that, of people that are just trying to suck the fun of what is otherwise supposed to be escapist entertainment. But damn, we can't do no better than this. This is what we're doing. And okay, fine, but I no, I cannot rock with this.
I think your comment was, I think I remember when we were playing games, playing Borderlands. It's like this is worthy of Tubi, right?
Whoa,
yeah. This is some Tubi. This is some
bad.
Tubi. Oh yes, it is.
Come on,
this is Tubi content. This is Tubi content. Yes. Oh. This is Tubi. This is what I expect to see being premiered on Tubi. Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah.
Tubi or not Tubi? Yeah. That is the question.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Tubi.
This is Tubi, bruh. This is Tubi.
All right. Before we deviate too long, let's get back and we'll cover the rest of the Game Awards and get on out of this episode real quick. So, also shown 2 CG trailers. Tomb Raider Catalyst for 2027 from Crystal Dynamics. And then Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, a reimagining of the first Tomb Raider on here. So, looks like Lara Croft got some plastic surgery in Catalyst. At least, her look has kind of changed a little bit, but, we'll have to see. It was all CG, of course, as far as that trailer is concerned. I'm actually excited for Legacy of Atlantis. I don't know about you two gentlemen or not, but are you excited for more Tomb Raider come to your gaming consoles of choice?
I kind of am, because I never really I played the last Tomb Raider I played was the one where they had the newest one where they redid everything and came back. That's the one that I played, and I really liked those games. So to actually go back and play those original ones, higher res, at the greatest of greatest, is kind of fun. I know some people were hating on the way she looked now, but I think it's fine. So I'm here for it. I'll play it.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the original Tomb Raider game. I didn't like the puzzles, and I dropped out fairly early. So if is it Atlantis that's supposed to be the remake of the original game?
Yeah,
correct.
Then I'll probably be out. If the other one plays like Tomb Raider Adventures, the ones that were on PS4 and Xbox One. I like those. Those to me are the Tomb Raider games that I like. They're mostly adventure. Okay, yeah, they play like Uncharted, and you're running around shooting a bunch of people. I like I like both of those games. So if they play like that, then if that newer one, that new one, Tomb Raider Catalyst, is like that, then I'll be in. But if I'm running around, hitting a lever that's 3 screens down from where I need to get out, I'm probably not.
Yeah, no, I'm actually, tell you God's honest truth, I'm more excited for Legacy of Atlantis because they're adding dinos. They're actually building off the original Tomb Raider. This is not a one-to-one remake of the first game. It's actually riffing off of the game and adding more stuff to it. And it's being developed by Flying Wild Hog. I don't know if you remember Flying Wild Hog as far as the games they've done previously, but this is the same team that's done all the Shadow Warrior games, including Shadow Warrior 1, 2, and 3. So, and I'm kind of impressed with Shadow Warrior and my gaming past. So I actually think Shadow Warrior is a pretty dope series, actually. So, so that's why I'm kind of keeping an eye out for this. I want to see how good it is, So, next game of note was a trailer for this new game called Orbitals. This is being developed by or published by Kepler Interactive. But Des, I know you noted this game to me that you were kind of interested in. This is a kind of a co-op space adventure, so it's like a game similar to like Split Fiction or any of those other games from Hazelight on here. So it's like a cooperative 2-player game that straight ass looks like came out of a 80s anime on there, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive as well. So on there. So any feelings about this game and anything you want to make of note for that?
No, it seems like it'd be kind of fun, and I'm hoping that you're willing to play with me.
Of course. Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred got announced. I did not get a chance to watch this trailer myself, but I did get to see that they have, you can buy it now and get the Paladin class and wait for this game to come out, because I guess Blizzard needs my money now or something. But I'm pretty sure I'll pick it up. I'm pretty sure I'll play it. I don't know if I'm going to put it down so I could play the Paladin class. I love the Paladin class, but we'll have to see on there. Lenny Kravitz is in 007 First Light. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't know if either of you two care. So
I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't care. Saros got a new trailer and a release date. They did push the game back to April 30th. This is the newest game from Housemarque, kind of a pseudo sequel to Returnal on there. So we'll have to see. I think all of us are pretty excited for the game. I can't wait for it.
That's a day one for me.
Yeah. Now, next game that was shown was something that kind of came out of the blue. I kind of figured and saw that it got announced on Steam even prior to the Game Awards coming out. But there's this new first-person shooter with a lot of cyberpunk elements to it. It's called No Law. It's from the developer Neon Giant, the developer of the Ascent on here. So I am pretty much kind of stoked for this game. I love the kind of gameplay in the Ascent on here. So it looks like practically like they're kind of making a kind of spiritual successor to the Ascent, kind of in the same motif, but it is a first-person shooter on here. So this is on my radar for sure. And if you haven't watched the trailer for this yet, I would say go back and check it out on there. I don't know if either of you caught the trailer or not, but
I didn't.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. So next big announcement, Ace Combat 8 got announced. So this is the first Ace Combat game in quite a bit of time. So Wings of Thieves is coming out in 2026, and it looks pretty damn dope. So we'll have to see about that game. Star Wars Galactic Racer got announced. So this is a pod racing game on here. So, and if any arcade racing game is good in my books on here, there is actually
Burnout meets Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's Burnout meets Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. Boba Fett in a galactic racing mech. Who knows? We'll see. So, Phantom Blade Zero got a release date September 9th on here. So I know, Kev, this is on your radar.
Oh,
so
that's a day one.
It's been a day zero for you for quite a bit of time. So
yeah. That's without question.
Okay, and then Mega Man Dual Override got announced for some reason, and you got to see a little bit of gameplay, and you got to see a 2027 release date for a Mega Man game. What? I don't know. I think they announced it too soon, in my estimation, but it looks pretty dope. So we'll have to see.
I would agree 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did it so soon, but
Yeah,
sure.
I'm not sure. And then the last final announcement of the game, the Keeley Spotlight came to some hero shooter called High Guard on here. So this is a new first-person shooter from a team of former Apex Legends developers. They kind of left EA before they became Sodified, before the Saudis took over. And they are been working in this game like kind of in secret. And so they got a chance to announce it at the Game Awards as the last game. But a lot of people were kind of like mid about the trailer. I'm not a big hero shooter guy, so I'm not really sure, but it is going to be free to play, and it's coming out on January 26th. So next month, practically in 4 weeks, we'll be able to play this, and we'll see if the internet loves it or the internet hates it, because it's either going to be either or on there. There's going to be no.
Yeah, they're already calling this Concord 2.
Yeah, I know.
People are just wrong.
Give the game some oxygen, people. Jesus
Jeez.
H. Come on, man. Come on.
Like, damn.
It's free. It's in the Concord was like $40, so it's like so I think all you can do is invest your time, but we'll have to see. I thought it was cool, but I don't know. Hero shooters don't do it for me anymore.
Yeah, me either.
And that was your Game Award announcement for 2025. So, and that is the Jabroni Gaming news for this episode.
All right, folks. Game night taking place every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. That is the day and time that we set aside to play with our growing Discord gaming community. So if there's a game that you're interested in playing, you just post it up in our Discord channel for the game night, and we, us, and other members of our community would be more than happy to join up with you. And you might be asking yourself, well, how do I join the Discord? Well, that's easy as well. You just head over to the app formerly known as Twitter, currently known as X, or Blue Sky, and you go over to @GamingVessels, GamingVessels. You click the link in the bio and you're in. We got no merch to hawk. We got no Patreon tier list for you to pay for. We just ask you just be a decent human being, likes talking about, discussing, and playing video games. I think you'll find a happy home aboard the good ship Gaming Vessel. So that, folks, is going to bring episode 296 to a close. We want to thank y'all for hanging out, cooling out, chilling out, without a doubt this week. So for Dez, a.k.a. the Bay Area Terror, a.k.a. the High Res Lover.
That's me.
A.k.a. the Cat Daddy, a.k.a. that Gamer Stepdaddy. And for Trader Joe, a.k.a. Jabroni Chief.
Yeah.
But you might also know him as a Food Max of Gaming who can maximize your gaming dollar. I am Shonuff71, a.k.a. Digadulamite.
Bling bling, y'all.
And we'll be back in a couple weeks episode 297. We want to thank y'all for hanging out with us this year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Just thank y'all for hanging out with us. So thank you.
This show's your show too. So, if you have any feedback for us, let us know. We are a community-driven show, of course. So, join our Discord. Let us know what you want to hear us talk about. We want to, continue this podcast for years and years to come if we have the momentum still. So,
Oh, indeed. I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Peace.
Peace.